I don't think that agreement is of use to Nigerians. Seriously. You mean this is what Tinubu went to Brazil to achieve, and you want me to celebrate it? For what? For what? What are they even coming here to do? And what are Nigerians going there to do? Eh? If you do not achieve anything with all the places we have gone,
yes,
is it in Brazil that you are going to achieve much? Tinubu said it himself that we used to be on the same development level with Brazil, but they have left us behind. So what were you doing when they left you behind? Just bilateral agreement. What is that for? Will it put money on our pockets?
So you think there actually isn't any use for that?
In fact, there's no need. If Nigeria it's Brazil that will come here, they will find their way to this place. Not you going there to sign an agreement. So that what will happen? You mean Nigerians were not going to Brazil before now? Hold on. Does it mean that Nigerians are not going to Brazil before now? How did they get there? Is it not by flight? So there is nothing outstanding about this. Nothing.
No, but you know, before now, okay. Before now, there's been a connecting flight. It's always a connecting flight. So, but now we're going to have a direct flight to Brazil. It
doesn't matter. At least Nigerians go to Brazil, whether they connected from the moon or from the sky or even from heaven. The fact remains that Nigerians have been going to Brazil and nobody has been complaining. So this is not what I call an achievement, so to say. Nothing.
Okay. Oh, also joining us virtually is public affairs analyst and communication expert Ihinose Omwaka. You're welcome. Ihinose.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Yes, I can hear you.
Good afternoon. And I trust that you did follow the stories as it was told. Now, in your own perspective, like I asked Barrister here, is what do you think? How significant do you think this deal is going to help Nigeria or bilateral in either economic or diplomatic relations?
I think Barrister has done justice to that question, because what are Nigerians going to Brazil for? Or what are Brazilians coming to Nigerians for?
You think there is no need?
Connecting flights.
You think there is nothing that Brazil has to offer to Nigeria?
No, that's why I said such kind of communication, you just communicating that there's a direct flight for Nigerians to celebrate. I think that's not what we should even be discussing. What we should be finding out is that what is in exchange for the flights. Is it just for the sake of just direct flights? For what purpose? Or is it for the among the common street, the common talk on the streets? Is it for people, Nigerian ladies, to be going there for butt lifting, for the Brazilian butt lifting? That's BBL. So what are Nigerians really going to Brazil for? So that I think
you don't think that this move could reshape the trade, our trade or tourism between the two countries in the short.
So that's what I'm saying. For to put it in the proper perspective is what is Nigerian offering in a trade relationship with Brazil? The communication is not clear. So we need to understand what is in the offering before we start even celebrating it. You understand? Apart from that, because any other thing, direct flights of what economic benefit it is to Nigerians.
So I'm actually asking you a direct question. Do you think that we don't have anything at all to offer to Brazil?
Okay, to answer that, is Nigeria as a country producing anything to export to Brazil? What really is Nigeria going to sell to Brazil as I'm talking to you now? Are we industrialized in such a way that we say we have something to offer to Brazil? Among the people who are traveling to, even for the 30 December economy, the statistics we have, people who travel to Lagos, for instance, from other parts of the world, are we getting tourists from Brazil? The obvious answer to that is no, we don't. So I don't think there's any economic benefit that is coming to Nigeria as a country. So it's not something worth celebrating.
Okay, so I will bring it home here to my in-house guest, Barrister Darlington. I know you've already said that there is no need, but do you think that there is nothing this could offer in terms of there is nothing Nigeria has to offer to Brazil? Don't you think that this could reshape our trade and tourism, between the two countries, reshaping the trade and tourism between the two countries?
I don't think so. We are not going to benefit anything. That is the basic fact here. Because the things that we ought to have been used to attract Brazil is not there. Because what they have at home, you don't have it. And they're not coming here to do Father Christmas for you, no?
So you think this treaty, this agreement, this bond is going to be parasitic when Nigeria is on the losing end?
As always, have we not been losing? Mention any MOU Tinubu signed abroad that have benefited Nigeria. All the investors that he told us are coming, where are they?
Maybe they're still prepping. Maybe they're still, gathering.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Look,
marshalling out their arsenal.
Hold on, let me tell you. If a man is preparing to run mad for 25 years, then at what point will he actually run mad to entertain the public? Every time I will run mad, every time I will run mad. It means that you are not even prepared to run mad. So if they have wasted all this time, when are they going to come? When Tinubu this office, Abi? No, please. Do they even need to go to their country if Nigeria is good? They will come here. Chioma, they will come here. All these our youth that are running to Western countries, did they invite them? You can see what Donald Trump is doing to them now. Did they invite you? Are you not the one running there? Because that place is good. Why is Tinubu always going to this place? Is it not because they are good? So if your country is good, look, the world is the global village now. You don't need to tell anybody that something is happening in your country. They will see it, they will know. They have embassies in this country. Before they step in here, their embassy here would have told them, the ambassador would have told them, look, this country is doing so well. Look at what is going on. And they will come in droves, begging you. So all this visit all over the place, Tinubu is using it to collect extra code. That's what he's doing.
Okay. Okay. So away from that particular story, there was a summit of military chief summit. Yeah, the military chief summit, and President Bola Tinubu has been calling for a new African defense doctrine. So what exactly would you think? How would that shape or such doctrine? What do you think it entails? And how feasible is it in giving Africa current security architecture? Giving its current security architecture.
If they have not done this before, I will say, okay, let us wait and watch. But the last time I checked, from Buhari to Tinubu now, we have held this type of conference. Yet, nothing came out of it. So, why should I celebrate this one? When I know that Tinubu is not ready to fight insecurity.
You think so?
He's not ready. It's obvious. He's not ready. He's even afraid of the terrorists. That's why they pamper them. That's why they even celebrate them. Imagine a country where government officials will go into the bush and communicate with terrorists, their ringleaders, even have dinner, lunch, and also with them. And then when they come back to the society, they'll be telling us all the things the terrorist leader told them.
So you think that's their way of pampering them? You don't think that they're being strategic in trying to know how to marshal the national against them?
Are you serious? So what I'm coming, when they now come after narrating their visit, then 2 days after, this same military chief will tell me that they are looking for Toju Bello, the wanted terrorists. Yes. After hearing how they went to his own den, his own palace, and after talking with him, you don't come, and the military will now be telling us that they are looking for the man. They didn't tell those who went to go and show us this man. We are looking. You say you went to him, but go and show us where he is. Please, what does that tell you? They were even celebrating and congratulating Tinubu, National Security Advisor, for even allowing them to go and talk with the man. You know, let me even tell one funny thing. The man now said, okay, thank God you people are come. Oh yeah, you know what will happen? Oh yeah, take some of my weapon and leave this one for me. Then the people are kidnapped. I'll give you 32 and you leave the other one for me. Chioma, please mention any country where this type of nonsense has ever happened. A terrorist ringleader that has wiped out an entire village, an entire section of Zamfara, and is holding court. But this type of thing happened between him and government official and Muslim cleric.
But it's possible he reports to someone, and because of that, these delays in court that it seems as if the government is having might be to find ways to be able to capture it from the top.
Who is reporting to who? No, who is reporting to who? I'm talking of a terrorist ringleader that the military.
But he's sponsored. Someone sponsors them. Someone sponsors them.
Oh, really? Oh, you mean that is the federal government then? Yeah, the federal government sent them on that mission, Abi.
Why would you say that?
Because you said somebody sponsored them, and yes, it's
terrorists are sponsored.
By who? Who is sponsoring who here? In your own country, on your own soil. Okay. Somebody is sponsoring terrorists in your own soil, and now you have seen the terrorists face to face, and you couldn't do anything.
Okay.
The day they are ready, all these conferences will be put to an end. They just went there on a talk shop. That's what they went there to do. They are not ready to fight this thing. No terrorist can exist in an American soil for 24 hours. It's not possible. 24 hours, a terrorist operating American soil. That the Americans will not sleep until they get rid of him. They won't sleep. The president will not sleep. I'm telling you.
You think there is no... Okay, well, I will get to that because I want to also involve Ihinose, who is also here with us. Do you think a permanent defense chiefs forum can actually deliver the coordinated response the president is advocating?
The tokenism in the Nigeria, in addressing issues in Nigeria is really getting too much. You understand? It's always talk, no action. You understand? So before now, several of these conferences have been held either in Nigeria or in one of those African countries without any. The conference has not achieved any results. So sometimes I even wonder if they meet, do they review what they discussed in the last conference? That's something very important that we need to ask. Do they review what they discuss? So at the end of this conference now, there will be a policy framework. Do they come back in the next conference to review what they discussed, or they just come together, stay in hotels, enjoy the extra codes, and then all the allowances that comes with hosting the conference? At the end of the day, what is the benefit for hosting such conference in the first instance? They have not been. It has not produced any results. Till today, the cooperation even in the fight against banditry and terrorism across the border, is it yielding any results? The answer is obvious. It's no. So I don't think it's just a waste of national resources. So, and Nigeria seems to have a lot of money to be hosting such wasteful conference.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you just a direct question. Do you think that this delays is just a tactic to be able to capture the whole, not just a part of it?
It's obvious that it's not designed to address the real problems. It's just friends coming together, have handshakes, have tea breaks, go for lunch, dinner, then everybody disperse again until the next conference comes again. It has not produced any results, and it's not useful to Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigeria need more action in tackling insecurity. As we are discussing this issue now, people are being kidnapped daily. There are a lot of Nigerians who are in different being held by foreigners, not even Nigerians, held by foreigners in Nigerian soil. You understand? I think such kind of conference should not even be holding in Nigeria.
Okay. Now talking about the CDS and insecurity, that particular story. What do you think is the most immediate priority for Africa's military today? What do you think, still on insecurity, what do you think is the most immediate priority that they should start looking into now?
The most is, first and foremost, what's the basic function of government anywhere? Is the protection of lives and property. Is any of this country doing anything to protect lives and property? Barrister has said it that what is happening today, or what has festered today in the African soil, where you are having foreigners invading into communities and territories and causing mayhem, cannot happen for 24 hours in the soil of the United States. So until real actions are taken to address these issues, you understand, concrete steps are taken to address these issues, I don't think we are all living waiting to be killed by foreigners.
Okay, so Barrister, how prepared do you think African nation is to embrace advanced tools like cyberspace and AI in responding to evolving threats?
They are not ready and they are not prepared.
Why do you say that?
Because no effort has been made towards that direction. No effort. Rather, when it comes to stealing money from their different countries, that one, they have perfected the art. The art of stealing their country's money and searching it abroad. That one, I am waiting for the day they will now organize a conference to invite foreign leaders to come and know and then understand how to steal money, how to embezzle money. That is what African leaders are known for. Nothing else. Look, if you have a strong country, no terrorists will dare come into that place. They dare not. Look at Nigeria that claim to be the giant of Africa. Under your watch, 7 terrorist organizations are operating here now. I said here and now. The last one that entered was the Lukarawas that came to Kwara. As I'm talking to you now, the city center of Kwara is now deserted. People have run away into the bush. Because of who? Terrorists.
But you can't say all of them. Like a man like Ibrahim Traore is doing great deeds for his country. Do you also think he's there to embezzle money? What
is he doing?
Do you think he's there to embezzle money?
So if you have 1 or 2 cases out of 54 nations of Africa, is that a progress? But why should you even have terrorists in Africa? Why? What brought them here? It's because of weak leadership, corrupt leadership, who are doing business with them. They say charity begins at home. Let's start from Nigeria. Are you telling me that if Nigeria is actually the giant of Africa, any terrorist can enter this country and operate for 24 hours, not to talk of 15 years now?
So you doubt that we are not giant of Africa?
Is that what?
So you think we're not giants of
I
Africa?
get time before no be property. That was the day when we were fighting for apartheid. When Nigeria had leaders, leaders who would challenge the white man and tell them to go to hell. You don't have such leaders again, especially in Nigeria. Rather, you have errand boys of the Western powers who have been placed here as our leaders, and they are now active agents for them. So what do you expect? Let somebody come and explain to me why we should have terrorist organizations in Nigeria soil. They did not just operate, and they are now taking over villages, renaming it and occupying ancestral home of our people. Meanwhile, the owners of these villages are in IDP camp, and government is there. What kind of government is that? Is it not a shame and an embarrassment? You claim to be a leader. Which leader? You watch your people by foreign terrorists, foreign, not even within, foreign. That's why they came here and took over villages and rename it. So
the move that the UN is making now in calling on Africa to take full responsibility and ownership of its security, what would you think this kind of ownership? What do you think?
Good.
Like
you know why
in practical terms.
Good. You know why they are calling them? Because they know they are not doing enough. You know, in diplomatic circle, there's the way you will insult somebody without actually being overly about it. Why would the UN tell them to take active, priority over their security situation? Because they know that Africans are the reason for these things. They know. If not, they will not be calling them out. They know. They created it. They invited it. Like in Nigeria, are you not aware that some leaders of this country went to go and brought these terrorists? Is it not on record? They were even boasting about it. How they went to bring in terrorists into Nigeria. Terrorists. You think they don't know? The whole world knows. So that's why they are not, when you are talking about, they just look the other side. They are not interested. You created it, you brought it, you get back to them. You can see. So how can I now sit down here and say, yeah, government is trying? No, they brought in terrorists into Nigeria. Until they take them back and Nigeria is free, I will not clap for any of them. Whether military or government, I will not. Because the way they have been treating these people is so annoying. When our military managed to catch some of them, they will not rehabilitate them into the military again. Can you just beat that? Look at how many of our boys that have died in the battlefield. Avoidable death, for God's sake. Chioma, avoidable death. If you are really a patriot, this thing should anger you more than any other person. I'm not joking. You just watch young men who enrolled into the military being slaughtered at the battlefield. For what reason? What are they even fighting for? If we are fighting external aggression, we say, okay, these are foreign terrorists, our foreign government that is fighting us. But these are people that are within. Some leaders of this country have told us that we should not attack them, that they are boys. That the bandits are their boys. And they have made a very big show out of it.
So, okay, so Mr. Hinose, what do you think? Hinose, can you hear me? Hinose, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so
I don't know if you can hear me.
Like, yes, I can. Like Barrister has said, there is so much surge of terror-related death, and now cyber crime is on the increase. You know, there is cyber warfare and all that. Is Africa's defense strategy, are we actually keeping pace?
The answer from our discussion from the beginning of this program, tell you it's no, they are not keeping pace.
What do you think should be done? What do you think should be done?
Government across all levels should be more practical in dealing with these problems, and should be more sincere in dealing with these problems. The solutions is it's not something that is beyond governments to do if they are interested in doing it. You understand? They know the financiers, they are yet to prosecute the financiers, they are afraid in one way or the other to call out the financiers of these insecurities. They know those who are sponsoring it. The government, I believe that government has all the intelligence to deal with this problem if it's interested in dealing with it.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, just in one sentence, and I mean one sentence, what do you think is the way forward?
Until you have a leader, because when you want to solve a problem, it is not the same person that created it that may solve the problem. It is often difficult. So until you have a leader who is neutral in this matter, because right from 2015 when they brought in Boko Haram for electoral purpose, and when they went to go and pay some this of the terrorists to come into Nigeria to get power, we know the party that did all these things. We know what they did. So they are finding it difficult now to rein in the mad dog they created. So unless another leadership will come to Nigeria now, and now who is the neutral, who have no connection, who did not sign any agreement with the terrorists, that is the person that will solve this problem. That's the truth. As for this leadership of APC, forget it. We have seen that they are not ready to solve this problem. Buhari did not do it. I don't see how Tinubu will do it. Buhari did not solve the problem, so Tinubu may not solve it. It's just lip service they are paying to this thing. Meanwhile, our young men are dying avoidable death at the battlefront. Our young men, they are dying. That's why people are now afraid. They are afraid of enrolling in the military, because I don't see why anybody should be killed under these circumstances when they are not fighting external aggression.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you, Ihinose, and thank you, Barrister Darlington, for.
That's Barrister Darlington. You know, yesterday I asked this question before, that what benefit does it have for Nigeria with this bilateral agreement that Brazil will now want to start having a direct flight to Brazil to Nigeria? What benefit does it have to Nigeria? How much contribution economy does it add to Nigeria economy? Is it going to add? Yes, it's going to add. And remember, it's only those who have money that will be able to travel direct flight. So if you still do not have money, you are still going to stay to the normal way of connecting to Brazil. When you go directly, I think it's more expensive when you get it direct than you want to connect. Yes, advantage is you don't have to stress yourself transiting from one place or another. You just go directly. But for those who have the money, and secondly, I am not even sure for us to even if this one has to be a celebration, for you and I to celebrate it, it has to start. First, we need to see the first day that this flight takes off from Nigeria to Brazil directly, Brazil to Nigeria. That's number one, because we've seen a lot of deal like this whenever Tinubu travels for these same reasons. He travels, he say they have sealed a deal of this, millions of dollars. At the end of the day, it's audio money. It's a waste of time. It's just demarketing Nigeria, lying to Nigerians. That's why I'm asking this question yesterday. I hope this is not going to be audio again. Is it going to be, even if it does not contribute anything, for the fact that you said it, it's still going to be an easy way to get to Brazil? Okay, fine. How sure are you that Brazil actually sealed this deal with Nigeria, that they are going to make sure this thing works? How? Because we don't trust Nigeria APC. We don't trust them. Remember, this safe journey, he traveled. First of all, he left Nigeria to Japan. After this same meeting, sealed deals with Japanese people. Part of the deal, they said they were celebrating before Tinubu returns back. They were already celebrating that. Japanese, they said they are going to create a special visa, skill visa to Nigerians to come to Japan. It's a one city in Japan. They said they will create a special visa, skill visa, for them to come to Japan. For Nigeria to come to Japan, to come and work, do anything they want to do. Less than 24 hours, the Japanese Foreign Affairs Ministries, they debunk it. They deny. They say it's a lie. There is no plan of creating special visa to Nigerians. That's a lie. They debunk it. They deny. But hey, APC has not come to say, we are sorry, we thought this is this and on their own. It has been recorded as part of sources that Tinubu went to Japan to seal a deal with the Japanese people in terms of visa. So what is the assurance that anytime Tinubu travels to any international, he say deal is audio. It's audio. This is not the first time. You could remember when he went to Saudi, they debunked it. They said it's a lie. The other one, Maersk, they debunked it. They said it was a lie. So now let somebody prove me wrong on this video. Tell me, since Tinubu has been traveling out of this country for these same reasons, for whatever reasons, how many of these deals that Tinubu seal with these people, with these countries, how many of them has come to invest in Nigeria? Somebody should tell me. So most of those things, when they are there, they just quickly buy Onanuga or the other one. They just quickly release a statement, to say that Tinubu is doing well. Meanwhile, it's audio money. That's the height of it all. So that's one thing. That's one problem I have with them. This government is not just failed. They are not just failed. They have failed woefully everything, and they are liars. Tinubu himself, I said it. We know the fear. I don't care. They are liars. They are full of lies. That's the problem. That's why you see, you cannot build anything on a faulty foundation. With this lie, you cannot achieve anything with this lie. You need to be truthful to your citizens to know what you are doing, so that the whole world who is interested in you will come and support you. But you are full of lies, full of arrogance, full of pride. That's why this man will say Tinubu is full of himself. Baba Lawache, he says he's full of himself. Is it not part of the reason? less than 24 hours, they release a message. They say, this is what you have achieved in that less than 24 hours you left that place. That means everything you guys thought about, every discussion, all the plans, everything is zero. Those people, they are not interested. It's just like, okay, for the sake of is a president, let us welcome him in our country. That's the only reasons why they are welcoming this man in their country. Ordinarily, they know they don't have anything to do with it. They don't have anything to do with it. It's just for the sake of, okay, relationship sake, okay, this, that, okay, for the sake of unity, let us invite this man. Let's see what he has, what he's going to say. If Barrister said it, if these people are interested, they'll find you, they'll come. When you see a lot of people traveling out of this country, those who even have businesses before, they sold their businesses to relocate to abroad. These people, do they come to Nigeria to sell their country to you? You see everything on the social media. Everything is on the internet. You can see everything by yourself. See the country that is doing well. See the rate of insecurity in the country. Everything is there. Just go on Google. Now that AI has even spoiled everything. Different apps that you can use to get fat, to get fat from different countries you want to go. Do your research about the country before you go. The high rate of insecurity, if there is at all, if there is any insecurity, yeah, there's no country without insecurity, but is on a minimum, very low, and most of those insecurity, they are from the northern part of the country. Then you do your research, you do the level of unemployment in the country, you do housing, you see all those things. Then you decide where to go. But even if you want to go, and if you have money now in your country, in Nigeria here, you have money, you want to go and invest in abroad, you still do the same thing to know where to go and invest the money. They don't need to call you. You will go and meet them to say, hey, because your country is doing well, I have this amount of money and I have this business idea, I'm coming to invest. Those people will assess you. They assess you, see the kind of business you do in Africa, what you are going to do. They'll verify you. They say, okay, you are welcome. No, they are not the one to come and beg you to come and invest in their country. It's never done. It's not done that way. But because we have faith, Tinubu has used 2 years in office to do tourism in different countries in the name of his sourcing for foreign investors. Yet they are not coming, all full of lies. And somebody said we should celebrate today, we should celebrate Tinubu that he's doing well. Nonsense. What is doing well here? Anyways, they know what to do. First of all, solve the problem of insecurity in our country. When you solve the problem, create employment. Make sure you put people out of poverty. By the time you started doing that, things are working. All of them are still documented on the internet. Those people will find you. If you refuse to solve the problem of insecurity, kidnapper going on every day, a lot of people are on social media. Social media spoil a lot of things. Anything is on social media. The world are saying what is happening, and you say it doesn't matter to them. They should, because you went there to say there's no more corruption in your country, they should believe in you. There is no more corruption in your country. Nonsense. That's nonsense. Anyways, what do you think? Please share this video. They know what to do until we solve our problem here. Foreigners will not come and solve the problem here. We have what it takes to solve the problem. It's because of our greediness, we are not ready. When we are ready, we will know, and the problem will be solved. Please share this video, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be your guy, run for me now.